I think that I have like no patience, and I think it's gotten really, really bad. Like, it's gotten kind of bad. I don't know, because I feel like kind of what happened today is something that most people would get annoyed about, but I just like, I don't know, like I know I have a problem, so I'm like, maybe it's me, but also like it seems like a general thing that would annoy people. I was in the Banana Republic today, and I don't remember why I went to the Banana Republic. I walked into there, and it was also weird that I went in there, because usually like when I go into like a store and I know I'm probably not going to buy anything, I make sure that I'm not the only person in there, because I remember being a sales associate and how they would like, how, they would like push sales down your throat basically, and they're kind of vultures, so you're being watched like a hawk, and then everyone's like asking you, do you need help, and like trying to get their sales, and especially if the store just opened and no one's gotten any numbers in yet, you know what I mean? So and I don't want that kind of attention, especially when I know I don't need anything. I don't need, and even like even if I am kind of like curious about seeing something and I could use some help like trying to find it, I don't want, but I kind of know that I'm probably not going to buy it. I don't want anyone trying to like get invested in, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want anyone getting invested in, like, I'm like, I'll figure it out, thank you. Like, not because like I need to do everything myself, but because like I just like don't want anyone getting invested, like trying to get their numbers in, like whatever. Like, I just like don't need that, you know what I mean? So I have like no tolerance for that. I don't like it. I worked sales like a little bit, and I hated it. And I remember there sorry, there was this one job where like my first job working sales, they would clock your sales all the time, and like your KPIs, whatever, like they would do that. And then the second job I had was at a department store, and I realized that they were only like pretending to care about your sales, and I was like the only one in the whole department who caught on to that, and I just like didn't care. But yeah, like so yeah. I hated, like, you don't get paid enough. You don't get, like, freaking paid enough to be, like, to care about your sales that much. And you can't even control whether or not someone wants to buy anything at the end of the day. But anyways, but yeah, like, sales associates are very sharky, and I don't have patience for that. I don't need anyone watching me, staring at me, trying to get their numbers. Like, I don't need that. Like, I don't like that energy. I didn't like that energy working it. I don't like that energy when I'm just, like, in a store. You know what I mean? I don't like that energy. Like, I hate sales. And just, like, even just being around it when I'm not doing sales. So, I was in the Banana Republic, and I don't know even why I walked into that store, especially since it's just opened and there's no one in there. Which I never do. So, for reasons I just explained. So I walk in there, and of course, like and it's like mostly old people, older, like not old people, like older. It was like a mixture. I'm sorry. And so the first lady comes in, the first lady sees me, and I guess they really must like be trying to get their numbers in, because they're like all talking about the promotion or whatever, and she's like tries greeting me. I'm like, thank you, like whatever. Then I go up the stairs, another lady tries like interacting with me, and I was like, thank you, like going up. Then I go up the stairs, then I'm like looking at some type of dress situation they had on the mannequin, and a guy like comes up to me and he starts talking about a promotion they had, like, oh, okay, thank you. And then, like, and this is all boom, 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 boom. There was, like, hardly any time in between each of these interactions. So then, this really young girl comes up to me and asks me if I need any help. And by the time that she got to me, like, I, like, almost lost it on her. I almost lost it. I mean, I held it together. I kept my composure. But I was almost, like, no, like I almost like screamed at her a little bit. It's like, go away. Oh my god. So yeah, I'm like, and then I felt like I had anger issues, and I especially felt bad because she was like a kid, and she was like the only like young person there. She was like a child. And she looked like she was like 17, 18 type of thing. And I was like, I felt bad. I was like, out of all of the people, like, if you're gonna lose it on someone, like, she's probably, like, the last person, out of everyone who, like, interacted with me, she's probably like the person I should lose it on the least, but like I almost did just because she was last in line, you know? So I'm like, I don't know if this is like I feel like this is like the type of thing that like most people would, it would like annoy most people. And this is why when I worked sales, like my managers and stuff would get like mad at me because I didn't like harass the customers, because I get it, you know, like I hate shopping like that. I hate that kind of attention. Like, you know, like I like when I was working sales, I think I was good at like observing when the customers were actually interested in buying something and when they were ready, when they were all set and ready to go, versus if they were just kind of browsing and trying to see what was up. Like you can like say hi to them, but then just kind of leave them alone and then kind of like observe them a little bit more before like trying to push on them like that, you know? So you have to observe people. Like if you're working sales, you can't be just like hammering people. You have to because some people just like want to walk in and they want to see what it's up. Sometimes there's like a better price on the website, so you're not going to buy it in the store. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. You can't just be like hammering people. You can't do that. Like stop doing that. Don't do that. You know? So yeah, like I used to get like that was like one of the critiques that like managers and stuff used to have about me when I worked sales. I would like leave people alone because I would like observe them and wait to see if like they were ready, or if they were actually interested in buying anything, or they were interested in like if they wanted help like that. Like if they actually wanted people, some like a sales associate getting involved with them like that, versus if they were just kind of browsing and it's not like that deep for them, or it's like not that serious, and like if anything you're just going to annoy them and drive them out of the store. So you know what I mean? Like I like, you know, I hate that, and I almost screamed at her a little bit, you know? But yeah, but then I'm like, is that a me problem too? Because like I feel like that's something that would like annoy most people, but I really, really, really don't have patience, you know? And then when and then when I got back, I got a piece of mail-in today from Banana Republic with like a special discount because I hadn't been there in a while. You know how they do that? You know how those brands do that? Like, they'll send you, like, a special, like, they'll send you, like, a little discount thing in the mail if you haven't shopped there in a while. And, like, right after all of that happened today, after I got that in the mail, like, here's a special little, like, come back to the Banana Republic. You know, here's your little discount. So, yeah, I don't know. But, yeah, I just feel like, but I also just, like, I'm like, okay, like, I can't, because it's hard, because I'm like, okay, I feel like that's something that would annoy most people, too. And then I was like extra nice to her for the rest of the duration. I don't know, but I think that made her uncomfortable. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm like, do I just like not have patience? Is that like a normal reaction? But I already know that I don't have patience, but I also don't know if that's also a normal reaction, because I also feel like, as I said a million times already, that's something that would annoy most people. So I don't know.